two guys together in one room and have them get along?
For the 4 years that they were together under my reign, my second through fifth year, it was great, obviously, because we're talking about two highly talented individuals who know their game almost better than anyone. And at times they were separated not by their love of the game or even the love of each other's talent, but by their ego. Larry wanted it his way, Alan wanted it his way. And it just took some time, and there was the one time after the Detroit game when I get a call from Larry, he wants Alan traded the next day, and Alan called me, which he rarely ever did, he never rarely complained, and said he wanted Larry Brown fired. And I told them both we will meet before practice. At the time it was at PCOM, Philadelphia College of Medicine was our practice arena, and there was a conference room with glass. And I was in there with Billy Kingston to the side. Larry Brown came in. Larry Brown was upset. Alan came in, sat next to me, and sat back like this. Wanted no parts of this meeting. Outside, the entire team on the other side of the glass are standing there waiting for, getting ready for practice, but they know all kinds of feces is hitting the fan. And it was, I told them, starting out, that he is not getting fired, the head coach, and you're not getting traded. I need both of you. The team needs both of you to be at your best, to work in harmony for us to win, to proceed on to the playoffs and win the playoffs. That didn't go far. It didn't go far. Now, back to that childhood on the corner, I was pretty good at mediating between fights and trouble. Well, here, what I attempted to do was show the similarities between these two individuals. White and black, young and old, bebop, hip-hop, it didn't matter. And I told Allen Iverson, I said, Allen, just imagine if you were the head coach and you took your star player off the court and he MF'd you. And he stood down at the end of the bench and he looked all downtrodden and everyone's looking and you diss him like that. You disrespect him like that. And Larry Brown's sitting up straight, nodding. And I said to Larry Brown, I said, Larry, have you ever imagined that when you call him off the court and say, sit down, that it's like the white prison guard saying, sit down and N-word? And Larry kind of went. He was shocked. And Alan was shocked. And I said, you two don't realize how similar you both are and the love you have for the game and for each other. And Larry was sitting up straight. Alan, Zumi, went from this to stand up, walked around the table and hugged him. Hugged him. I mean, I was like getting pins and needles, and it was a transformation right before us. It was the beginning. That was, I think, season 4 of mine. I think it was the next year is when we got to the second round that year, finals the following year. But that was it. That was the turning point, because after that, they never really had, well, not during my reign, they never really had another true argument where they were, take care of your kid, he would say to me when he would miss practice or something. I would have to suspend him. Nevertheless, it never happened again. As a matter of fact, the next year, Alan was MVP. Alan even asked me to be the assistant captain. It was just marvelous. It was truly marvelous. I felt so good about it. However, Larry wasn't so happy with me. I get a call later that day, and I'm thinking that, this is, hey, Larry, how's everything? He was so mad that I put him on the same stage, same level as Alan. He would, don't you ever do that again. I was like shocked, like, didn't matter to me. It didn't matter. What mattered to me was the success of the team. So we two were never, him and Alan may have been a little closer, but Larry and I were never as close.